Today we are going to be reading a story called What Are Some Rules at School? Now, before I read the story, I'm going to make some connections. So, I've been to school before. When I was about your age, I went to school. So, I'm going to think about um, what were some rules that we have. You guys are in school now too, so you guys can make connections. So, what are some rules that help students learn? So if you think about it, what helps you learn? Well, when you're prepared, you've got your pencil, you got your paper ready. Okay, so that's called being prepared. Being prepared helps you learn. Being on time to school helps you learn. Paying attention can help you learn. Doing your homework, listening, and following directions. Those are all things that help you learn at school. Think about some things at school that help you stay safe. How about walking in the hallways instead of running? Or let's see what else keeps you safe. Keeping your hands to yourself, keeping your feet to yourself, not throwing things. All those things are rules that we have that keep everybody safe. Think about some rules that you have that shows respect to yourselves and to your fellow classmates. So rules like making sure that you're kind to everyone, waiting your turn to speak, raising your hand, listening to the teacher, keeping your hands and your feet to yourself, and staying in your seat. All those rules show respect. And think about rules that we have that take care of our school. So keep it things like cleaning up your mess, putting trash in the trash can, and not coloring on the desks or coloring on the walls. Okay, so when you make connections and you think about the book and you think about your real life, that helps you to really understand what you're reading. So let's go ahead and keep on going. So this is called What Are Some Rules at School? Remember, this is the table of contents. Table of contents tells you what you're going to be reading about and then what page that chapter starts on. Okay, so like chapter 3, if you want to read more about rules that teach respect, that would be on page 10. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and go over some of these bold words that we're going to see in the book.
Words to think about. Citizens.
These students are good citizens.
Community.
People work and play together in our school community.
Respect.
We show respect for others by reading quietly.
Rules.
This poster shows us the rules, or things we need to do.
Classroom rules. Be respectful of others. Come to class prepared. Safe.
Walking instead of running keeps us safe.
School.
School is a place to learn.
All right, let's go ahead and read chapter 1. Or, I'm sorry, before we read chapter 1, let's go ahead and read the introduction.
Introduction.
All good citizens, or members of a community, follow rules. Rules tell people what they should and shouldn't do. Your school is a community. Your school has rules. In this book, you'll learn about rules at school.
People need to follow rules in school.
All right, now let's go ahead and read chapter 1. Chapter 1 is all about rules that help you learn. Now, while it's reading this to you, think about some cause and effects, okay?
Chapter 1. Rules help you learn.
Students learn best when they get to school on time and pay attention. They also need to do their homework. Teachers make rules so you will do these things. They want you to do your best in school.
This student follows a rule about doing homework. Rules at your school. What rules help you learn?
So when you read a nonfiction book, it's helpful to use what you already know to think about the events that happen and why they happen. As you read, ask yourself what happened and why. The answer to what happened tells you the effect. The answer to why it happened tells you the cause. Sometimes you can use clue words such as so, because, when, if, and then. And these clue words can help you figure out the cause and effect, okay? So remember also that good readers are always making connections between what they already know and the text that they are reading. They can use those connections to help figure out what happens and why it happens. Okay, so now let's go ahead and dive deeper into this chapter. When I read the first sentence on page 6, so right here, students learn best when they get to school on time and pay attention. Okay, so that right there, that word when, let me circle it for you. The word when is a clue word, it's a signal word. That signals a cause and effect. So when students get to school on time, so when they get to school on time and pay attention, what happens? That's the cause. What happens? Students learn best. Okay. Let's see, look on page 7. Here's the word so. So is another signal word or clue word. Teachers make rules, so you will do these things, okay? So the word so signals a cause and effect. Teachers make rules, that's the cause or why something happens. And then the effect or what happens is that you will do these things, which means that you will do your best, okay? All right, let's go ahead and turn to the next page. Okay, so there's a cause and effect for chapter 1. And let's go ahead and read chapter 2 and see if we can find some more cause and effects.
Chapter 2. Rules keep you safe.
If you run down the halls, then you can fall or bump into others. If you do a science experiment without wearing safety equipment, you can get hurt. Schools make rules so that you don't get hurt. The rules tell you how to be safe.
Goggles keep your eyes safe during an experiment. Rules at your school. What rules keep you safe?
All right, so let's go ahead and look for some more cause and effects. So here is another clue word. Remember, this chapter is all about rules that keep you safe. Okay, so we're going to look for some cause and effects when it comes to being safe. So if, there's another signal word. If you run down the halls, okay, so that's your cause, then what's going to happen? You can fall or bump into others, okay? Here's another one. If you do a science experiment without wearing safety equipment, then what's going to happen? Here's the effect. You can get hurt, okay? So that's not safe, okay? So there were 2 rules here that the effect is staying safe, okay? So why do you stay safe? Well, you stay safe when you walk down the hallways or you don't run in the hallways, okay? And you also stay safe by wearing safety equipment when you're doing science experiments, okay? All right. Tomorrow we're going to read chapters 3 and chapters 4 and look for more cause and effects.